Hi, I'm Ron Call from Urban Floor. Today I'm going to show you the basic installation steps for installing your urban floor using the floating method. After you've removed your old flooring, the first thing that you're going to want to check your floor is for flatness. It should be flat within 1/8 inch and 6 feet or 3/16 of an inch and 10 feet. Notice I didn't say the floor had to be level, only that it needed to be flat within tolerance. A slight slope to your floor, as long as it's flat, will not hurt your installation. You'll need some basic tools to install your new floor. A tapping block, hammer, pry bar, spacers, glue, and blue painter's tape. You'll also need a table saw and a chop saw to cut the wood in the moldings. As we get started, the first thing you want to do is take a piece of your underlayment and a piece of your flooring and undercut your door jamb so the floor can easily fit underneath for a clean, professional look. You may need a small chisel to remove any stubborn pieces of wood, and be sure to remove any loose pieces of debris. Now we're ready to unroll our underlayment and get set up to install your floor. Be sure to trim off any excess underlayment using your utility knife. Pick your starting point and work from left to right. Insert your spacers as you go along so you can maintain your expansion gap as you install the floor. Be sure to stagger your end joints 6 to 8 inches apart. This will add strength and beauty to your floor. Apply a continuous bead of glue into the groove of each board on both the length and the end joints. Now you're ready to install the first board of the second row into the first board of the first row. It should slide into place fairly easily. As you're installing your rows, use your blue painter's tape to keep the floor from moving around while you're waiting for the glue to cure. Do not use regular masking tape, as this may affect the finish on your floor. As you approach the doorway with your last board, mark it for cutting, maintaining your expansion gap. In this installation, we'll be using a reducer molding to transition to the adjacent floor that is lower than our urban floor. Now you're ready to install the last board of your first 3 rows. Be sure to work clean and wipe off any excess glue as you go along. And finish your application of blue tape to keep the boards from shifting around while the glue cures. It's real important that as you work your way across the room with your next rows, that the previous row of planks don't shift. Alright, so you've got your first 3 rows in and they're all taped up with your blue tape. This might be a good time to take a little break and maybe grab some lunch just to give the glue some time to set up and cure a little bit. Now remember, as you continue to work your way across the room, work from left to right and continue to use your blue tape. To cut the last row, place the board to be cut directly on top of the last row of boards installed and place a marker board on top as shown and mark your cut line with the pencil. Cut the last planks to fit, maintaining your expansion gap. Using your pry bar, gently snug up the floor nice and tight and insert spacers or wedges to keep the floor from moving while the glue dries. Use construction adhesive to glue your transition moldings in place if you're working on a concrete slab. If you're working on a wood subfloor, you can use a brad nail. Just be sure to putty your nail holes with the appropriate color filler. Then install your baseboards and you're all finished up. And here's your beautiful Brazilian cherry urban floor. Once again, I'm Ron Call, and I just showed you the basic installation steps for installing your urban floor. If you have any questions, you can contact me directly at the blog section of our website at the Ask Ron column, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, thanks for stopping by urbanfloor.com. We'll see you next time.
Blah, blah, blah.